Here is Elvis.
Yes, this is not a test. This is rock and roll. Hello, everyone. Oh, it's very thundery out. Fingers crossed. And before we go any further, I would like to wish all the moms, a very happy Mother's Day. Because yes, it's Mother's Day in the US, and I believe it's Mother's Day in a few other countries as well. Not the UK, but in Ireland, but it is in other countries. So, happy Mother's Day, moms. And yes, hello to everyone. I can see you in the chat, and it's great to be here. I don't know how long I'll be here for, because there's supposed to be a big thunderstorm heading our way any minute now. And just before I came on, live, it was really bucketing down with water, with rain. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's hope that we get through the show and Mother Nature is good to us. So I hope that everybody's okay. And we have a lot of things coming up for you tonight. As you can see, this week's topic, new Elvis book in the works, in progress. I'll be looking to hear your opinions on that. You can call in using Discord. And if you're not a member of the Discord channel yet, then the link is below. You can click on that link and you can join the Discord channel. And you can ring me free of charge on the Discord. And also, I can take calls on WhatsApp, Instagram, and Messenger as well, if you wish, later, after we've discussed the new Elvis book. What else? Yes, a song I wish Elvis had recorded, Photoshop of the Week, Elvis at the Piano. That's a new feature that we've just started. And there will be more new features as well as I add to them as the years go on, as the month and years go on. So I'm always looking for ideas and things that we can put into the show. As you can see, last week I was in front of beautiful Graceland. Well, I've just driven the short distance from Graceland to Audubon Drive, Elvis's first real home, the first home that he bought his parents in 1956. So there we are, sat in front of that. Smoking hot photo, of course. As soon as I say it, you know. Now, I was actually taken to task in the week, and people said, why do you say just for the ladies, smoking hot photo for the ladies? What about the men? Yes, good point. So I should say smoking hot for the ladies and the gentlemen as well, because we all appreciate a thing of beauty, which is what Elvis is. So I'd like to thank you all for your kind messages and show of support and so forth during the week. I get lots and lots and lots of messages, as you can probably gather, on Gmail and on Messenger, Instagram, and all those other places where you can get hold of me. So I do appreciate that. I'd also just like to give a quick shout out to, it's going on at the moment actually as we speak. It's the Circle G Foundation. They're doing a big night tonight, and for some reason I do have a photograph here of what's going on, and I'm pretty sure I put it here. Yeah, there it is. They are having a charity fundraiser this weekend, May the 11th and May the 12th. As you can see, the venue was Lowton Social Club, 7 p.m. start, and then the Sunday venue today is the Lee Film Factory. So I'd just like to wish everybody that's taking part there, everybody that's there. Obviously, they won't be watching this at the moment because they'll be there. But if you're watching on Catch Up, I hope you've had a really, really good time. And, just hats off to everybody that's arranged that. Leslie Pilling, of course, is the main person that's in charge of the Circle G Foundation, and she does sterling work. So I just wanted to give that a mention. And if there's anything coming up, please, Leslie, don't forget to let me know, and I can put it up on this channel. And also, yes, Baz has been at it again, hasn't he? Well, not so much at it, but he teases the new Elvis concert film. Good news for Elvis fans that director Baz Luhrmann once again talked about his possible Elvis concert film with Hollywood Reporter at the Met Gala. The Elvis director hinted he was working on a concert film of never-before-seen footage from the superstar. Now, as we know, this is outtakes and unseen footage from That's the Way It Is and Elvis on Tour. We know that in the salt mines, the vaults, there were many, many, many reels of film shot for those two films. And Baz has said that he's going to go through all those, and he's going to make he's going to make either a film or a documentary about it. I'm hoping that it's almost like a somewhere along the lines of the documentary that they made with the Beatles, which was, I don't know how many hours it was of the Beatles. I think it was something like 20 hours or something. Was it something like that? I would love to see as much of that unseen footage from That's the Way It Is and Elvis on Tour as possible. At the Met Gala, Luhrmann teased that he may not be quite done with Elvis Presley related projects following his 2022 film. The director told Hollywood Reporter, "The fans really want to know if all that footage we found in the vaults is going to become a concert film. And I'm here to say I think it's going to happen." Well, actually, in another interview, he didn't say, "I think it's going to happen." He said, "It's going to happen." It's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen. Last October, Luhrmann had posted on Instagram that we found reels and reels of never-before-seen footage of Elvis on tour, and that's the way it is, telling fans to stay tuned. An accompanying video showed a cardboard box with Warner Brothers label and Elvis Outtakes box written on the side. That was probably fabricated, but we get the idea. The director has also previously mentioned an extended cut of Elvis with more of Butler's performances. Fingers crossed, as Luhrmann is still talking more Elvis. So there you are. And the extended cut of Elvis. If he's busy doing these Elvis, That's the Way It Is, and Elvis on Tour, well, let's leave him alone to do that, and we'll worry about the extended cut of Elvis at a later date. So those are just a little bit of news as we speak. Oh, there's always news coming out about Elvis. Still no update really on the hologram tour yet. It is still set for November in a central London venue, and tickets will go on sale next month, but they still haven't come out and named the venue, which is a little bit annoying, to say the least, especially for somebody like myself that's not exactly in the country, has to get accommodation, has to get flights, has to work around work commitments, and this channel, of course. So I'm hoping that they come up with the information soon. Right, so at the end, I will be announcing last month's quiz winner. And talking of quiz, I hope the hologram tour comes to Italy, Steve. I don't think it's mentioned Italy yet, but it's mentioned Berlin, and it's mentioned Las Vegas, I believe, and one other venue as well, apart from London, I think. But anyway, if it's a success, which I'm almost convinced it will be, especially with the direct from Graceland one being such a success. It was only supposed to run for 3 or 4 months. It's still running now, and it's going to run at least until the end of this year. So you can see just how successful it is. Oh, there's Dave. There's Chris R. They're going to be helping me moderate, and they're also going to be helping me with the quiz questions as well, because I sometimes miss who got it right first, and they also tell me who got it right first. So, yeah, let's do Fan of the Month quiz for May 12th. And I said that I wouldn't tell you what movie it was until the live show. And it is. I like using the drum roll, you see. Okay. And what I'm going to tell you is the film that we're doing tonight is... Why isn't that going off? I hate it when my buttons don't work properly. Yeah, they're off now. It is Tickle Me. Okay, so I don't know how well up you are on Tickle Me, but that's the movie that I'm going to be asking you questions on now. So, the trusty pen, what color would you like to pick tonight? Would you like to pick red, black, green, or blue? What do you think? Let's see what we're going to... Vincenzo says blue. Debbie says bad buttons. Yeah, it wouldn't go off. I was holding it, but it wouldn't go off. Yeah, right. A lot of people are saying blue for Moody Blue. So we'll do that. And black for the Conquistador. Yes, that's a good one, Dylan. Yeah. Right. So here we go. The first question on Tickle Me is worldwide. Oh, I'll give you this as a multiple choice as well. Because it's not an easy question. So here we go. Worldwide, how much did Tickle Me make at the box office? Was it 2 million, 4.5 million, or 5 million? There you are. Who can tell me worldwide how much Tickle Me made at the box office? Okay, so we've got a 1.5. That wasn't in there. Okay. 4.5. 2 million. Well, yeah, 2 million was in there. Yeah, but somebody, I think Vincenzo put 1.5 million, but it wasn't even in there. Okay. Duncan says 4.5. No, believe it or not, it wasn't. I'm going to tell you that Dave says you're doing multiple choice now. Not for all of them, only for some of them, Dave. Yeah, so it was $5 million, which in 1965 was not bad. It was not bad at all, was it? So if you can tell me who was first to say 5 million, they can get the jingle. Oh, was it Dylan? Good man, Dylan. Okay. But I think Dylan was guessing. So Dylan is in blue. And we also do this.
Well, you know that one about take back your golden garter, my leg is turning green? Did you ever hear that one?
I might change that jingle next week. We've had it for a few weeks. Right, so next is this question. What did Jocelyn Lane's character do with Elvis' character's letters he sent to her? She did something specific with them. Let's see what we got here now. Dylan says the guessing gods are with me tonight. Yes. Okay. I think I've got you. As soon as I say that, somebody gets it right. Yeah. Burned, threw them out. Yeah, well, let me tell you that, and it was a nod to a previous Elvis song, Elvis hit. She returned to sender. She put return to sender on them. And I've got Brian Roberts. Well done, Brian. You get this.
Well, you know that one about take back your golden garter, my leg is turning green? Did you ever hear that one?
Yeah, it was definitely a sneaky nod at a song that he'd already recorded. I didn't see the movie. I have no idea. Sorry, Ginger. Sorry. It's a good movie. Underrated. We could do an underrated movie, and that would be on the list, definitely. So, Chris says, I was watching Girls, Girls, Girls last night. I was watching Blue Hawaii the other night. Susan says, I haven't seen Tickle Me either. Right, so this is definitely a good subject to ask questions on. It's silly and funny. Yeah, it's silly and funny. And of course, it's got the beautiful Jocelyn Lane as well. Vincenzo says Jocelyn Lane was so beautiful. She certainly was. And R.I.P. Angela Lansbury. Yes. Right, here we go. What 1960 recording did Elvis perform in the movie? There you are. What do you think of that? Another good question. A couple of people got it right. Dylan says, I feel so bad. Feels so right. Okay, so such an easy question. No, I know where you're coming from, Vincenzo, but that was not 1960. And it's Brian again. Congratulations, Brian. That's 2 in a row now. Brian?
Well, you know that one about take back your golden garter, my leg is turning green? Did you hear that one?
Well done. Well done. Yeah. Dirty, dirty feeling. And in the same sort of vein, who wrote Dirty, Dirty Feeling? Dylan says, I can see the scene in my head now. Way to go, Brian. Yeah, I know. So can I. Yeah. I like Tickle Me. I like the bar scene. Panhandle Kid. Okay, it wasn't Weissman and Wise. No, unfortunately not. Susan S. Well done. Lieber and Stoller. It was Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. Chris says it's a good movie. Yes. As I've said on this program many, many times, every single Elvis movie had a redeeming quality. Yes. Right, so Susan. Well done, Susan. Congratulations. And, of course, you get this.
You know that one about take back your golden garter, my leg is turning green? Did you hear that one? Multiple choice question. Again, he sings Put the Blame on Me in the bar scene, Steve. Yes, okay. Now, multiple choice, because this is not an easy question. And, in fact, I would have struggled with this as well. Big Head here would have struggled with it. What was the Tickle Me EP peak position on Billboard's Hot 100 chart in 1965? Okay, so what was the peak position of Billboard's Hot 100 chart in 1965? And I'm going to give you 3 options. Was the peak position number 12, number 38, or number 70? Alrighty? Think about it for a second. Think about it. Was it number 12, 38, or 70? Margaret says 38. Vincenzo says 12. 12. Okay. Karen says 70. A lot of people saying 38. They're sort of going for middle for diddle. Duncan says 38. Okay. Right. So, believe it or not, it was 70. It didn't perform that well. Underrated. Karen Armstrong, congratulations. You were the first person to say 70. Well, you know that one about take back your golden garter, my leg is turning green? Did you hear that one?
Well done, Karen. And, well. I suppose maybe it was because a lot of the songs were already available, had been previously available, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, number 70. And the final question. These albums were used for songs on Tickle Me. Elvis is Back, Something for Everybody, Potluck, Fun in Acapulco, and one other album was used. Can you tell me what that other album was? Elvis is Back, Something for Everybody, Potluck, Fun in Acapulco, and one other album was used to make the songs for Tickle Me.
Timothy says padlock. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. Something for everybody. Elvis is back. Potluck, fun in Acapulco, and okay. Elvis for everyone. No. Potluck. I mentioned potluck. No, it's not Elvis for everyone. Maybe this is going to be the time I do get you. Elvis is back. I've mentioned that one. It's the one I'm not mentioning. There's one other album that a song was lifted from. Can I phone a friend? Yeah, I've got you. I'm going to put my name down and I'm going to play the jingle for me. That's what I'm going to do. Oh. Just when I said that, Brian Roberts says Kissing Cousins. And it was Kissing Cousins. It's a Long Lonely Highway, which was a bonus track on Kissing Cousins. It wasn't even in Kissing Cousins. It was a bonus track, but it was off the album Kissing Cousins. So, yeah. So, Brian, well done, Brian. And believe it or not, Brian had a hat trick today. And for people that don't know what a hat trick is, that's 3. Okay, well done. And congratulations to everybody else that got the questions right. And well done to everybody who was taking part. It's all about taking part. Even if you're not the first person to get the question right, it's all a bit of fun. And later on, I will be telling you the winner of the Fan of the Month quiz for last week. I say last week, last month. Right. So this is the topic of this week, and it's the new Elvis book, which is in progress. And it's this. Lauren Marino at Hatchet Books has acquired world rights to a new memoir by Priscilla Presley. Alan Nevins of Renaissance Literary and Talent brokered the deal. Nevins said, Priscilla, whose previous memoir, Elvis and Me, was a bestseller, will open up about, here we go, life after Elvis, the passing of her daughter Lisa Marie, Lisa Marie's marriage to Michael Jackson, and forging her own identity as an actress and businesswoman, as well as offering never-before-shared intimate stories about her romantic life with Elvis. The book is tentatively set for a fall 2025 publication. So, there you are. It is an Elvis book as of sorts, but it's also to do with Lisa Marie. It's to do with her life after Elvis, and also Lisa Marie's marriage to Michael Jackson. So what I'm going to say is do we really need another book about Elvis from Priscilla? Do we need another book about Elvis full stop? Actually, I did see in the comments before I came live by a man called Ben. Hi, Ben. And he said that he saw Peter Guralnick once a week or on a regular basis, and he's working on a book about Colonel Parker, he believes. Now, Ben, if you can get in touch with me, because I was trying to get Peter Guralnick on the show. I wanted to talk to Peter about his 2 books, Last Train to Memphis, and also The Unmaking of Elvis Presley, which was Careless Love. I would love for Peter to come on to the show and speak with me. So if you could put me in touch with Peter, I would be very,
very grateful. So, Ben, if you're still listening, if you can do that, you can get in touch with me at Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel at gmail.com. But I'm getting a little bit, excuse me, I'm getting a little bit off the topic here because I want people to ring in on Discord, and I also want them to ring in on WhatsApp, Instagram, or Messenger, and tell me what they think about this book that's in the works from Priscilla. And I will repeat it again. Life After Elvis, the passing of her daughter Lisa Marie, Lisa Marie's marriage to Michael Jackson, forging her own identity as an actress and businesswoman, as well as offering never before intimate stories about her romantic life with Elvis. So there we have it. So I think the best thing to do is, I do have a couple of callers actually in the queue, so stand by, Dylan, and see what Dylan's got to say. Hi, Dylan.
Hello, Mr. Steve, sir.
Well, young man, it's always great to hear from you. What would you like to tackle first?
I would like to tackle the book before I go into my Dylan story of the week.
Okay. Yes, Dylan's story of the week. That's another feature we've started, folks, because Dylan always gives us a little story and something that he's discovered during the week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. The book first then, young man.
There's pros and cons to it, I believe.
Right.
The pros being, I think it might be good for people who might not know much about it, in terms of like new fans maybe, and they want to like learn stuff.
I mean, after all these years, do you think that there's anything that Priscilla hasn't told us about Elvis?
Not really, and that brings me on to the cons. She's already said everything that she needs to say, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we've already got it. But I mean, who knows what she's going to say? No one knows what she's going to say until we see it.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, that's all I've got to say on that.
And all right, then I'll put you on the spot. Will you read the book?
Ooh, I'm a maybe.
Right.
I'm a maybe.
Okay. Maybe baby. Okay. Now, Dylan's story of the week.
Dylan's story of the week. Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to say this one's actually true this time.
Well, we weren't 100% sure about the one last week. We were all sitting on the fence. But anyway, I digress. Carry on.
All right. So this one's true because I've seen the footage of it with me on two eyeballs. So
Okay.
I know this true this time. So February 23rd, 1973, Elvis is closing out in Vegas. And he's doing his closing number, California Love. And he's wearing the American Eagle jumpsuit with the second belt.
Okay.
So, at the end of California Love, what does Elvis do? He gets his cape, takes it off, flings it off into the crowd.
Okay.
That's it.
And this is the same as he did in Aloha from Hawaii?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, that's it, really.
And give us that date again.
February 23rd closing show, 1973.
Okay, and there's footage of this, yeah?
Yep, there's footage. Which brings me on to my other point.
Okay.
I don't know where that cape is. We all know where the broadcast cape is. It's in Graceland.
Yes, correct. Or well, probably at the moment it's probably in London, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But no one knows where this cape is. So I'm gonna make a play. If anyone knows where the cape is, if you've got the cape, please tell us, because I would love to know who's got
it. Yes, and we could all club together and buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, alrighty. There's actually a cape poll coming up in a minute, so stand by. Alrighty.
All right.
Cheers, matey.
Cheers.
Right. That was Dylan with his Dylan story of the week. Right, okay, we move on, and I'm going to say Vincenzo, stand by. Can you hear me, Vincenzo?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
What was I going to say? Where would you like to start?
About the book.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not I'm not that interested in it.
You're not interested in it. So when it comes out, you're not going to buy it.
Nah. I'm looking forward to Lisa Marie's book.
Yes, and that's coming out this October, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do you think we need any more books about Elvis? Put it that way.
No, I don't think there's anything else to say about Elvis. We heard
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, yeah, but I mean, of course, with all the new fans coming through, there's going to be a plethora of books coming out for them to read. So that's another good thing. All right, thanks very much.
Okay, nice talking to you, Steve.
Yeah, nice talking to you. Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Vincenzo is quite correct with what he says. I mean, he doesn't think there's anything else left to say about Elvis, and he's not that interested in reading Priscilla's book. Fair enough. Right, so we're going to do the poll, and as I promised, it's a cape poll, and I'm going to look it up here and tell you that the Aloha jumpsuit, do you prefer it with the cape or without the cape? Now, think about this one very carefully, because we have had this going, these cape polls, for a few weeks, and it's been sort of without the cape has always sort of come out on top. But let me just show you these photographs, and they're obviously on the right is the beautiful eagle cape that he showed us right at the very, very end of the show. The rehearsal show, I believe, because he threw it away at the in the broadcast, the satellite show. So yeah, think about it carefully before you vote. Oh, I do see some people have jumped in there and voted straight away. That's fine, no problem whatsoever. But yeah, I'll tell you what I felt about the eagle cape with or without, or the eagle suit with or without, near the end of the show. But I'd like you to be voting on that for a few more minutes, and we'll close it at the end of the show, with or without the cape. Now, we'll move on to this. This day in Elvis history. I'll put those photographs back up again when I remind you about the poll, but I'll have to remove them for a minute because I want to show you these lovely photographs from this day in Elvis history. If it's a red letter day for you, or if it's a let me just pull that back up a little bit. If it's a red letter day for you, if it's your birthday, if it's an anniversary or something like that today, and you want to know what Elvis was doing on that particular day, well, I'm going to tell you now. In 1956, Heartbreak Hotel, yes, Heartbreak Hotel hits number 15 in the UK, and I Want You, I Need You, I Love You, released the previous week with more than 300,000 pre-orders for the single, constituted the greatest number in RCA Victory's history, reaching number 3 in the Billboard Top 100 popular music single charts and scoring number 1 on the country music chart. So that was this day in 1956. 1957, Jailhouse Rock. Elvis had a date with Ann Nyland, who had a minor part in Jailhouse Rock. Co-star Judy Tyler was married, so the publicity showmance fell to Starlet Nyland. Yeah, it was an old trick. It probably still goes on, that the studios manufacture a romance between the star Elvis and one of his leading ladies. Of course, they didn't have to do that with him and Anne Margaret, that's for sure. 1960, yes, it's this. Frank Sinatra's Welcome Home Elvis TV special is broadcast on ABC TV. For a fee of $125,000, Elvis sang Stuck on You and Fame and Fortune. Elvis then did a duet with Sinatra, with Elvis singing Witchcraft and Sinatra singing Love Me Tender. Ratings for the show were through the roof, with a 41.5% rating, but Billboard magazine later said, although Elvis became a sergeant in the army, as a singer he never left the Awkward Squad. The show marked Elvis's last TV appearance for 8 years. That's a pathetic, absolutely pathetic remark, that, from Billboard magazine. And that's all I've got to say about that. Right. Also, G.I. Blues production. He was working on G.I. Blues. 1961, Blue Hawaii, with the absolutely gorgeous Joan Blackman. Joan, if you're watching this, I don't know if you're probably not, but Joan, please come on and talk to me. I'd love to have you on the show. Girls, 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 of course. Yes. What he said about Stella Stevens' opinion on Elvis, the better, I think. I don't quite know what the problem was there, but and of course the beautiful Laurel Goodwin as well. And we have Frankie and Johnny. Elvis went to Radio Recorders for the soundtrack sessions of Frankie and Johnny. He was there from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. However, Elvis was not in the right mood to record, so only instrumental tracks were cut. And I do have a photograph of Elvis in Radio Recorders, and as you can quite clearly see, the microphone, the vocal mic, is behind him. He's standing with his back to the microphone, so he's definitely not recording in that photograph. He's probably just I don't know, maybe he's just rehearsing. But anyway, the tracks cut that day were Come Along, Beginner's Luck, Down by the Riverside, When the Saints Go Marching In. 1971, Elvis revisits Sri Daya Mehta's Self-Realization Fellowship Center in Los Angeles for the first time since 1965 with chauffeur Sir Gerald Peters. Then we've got 1973. Elvis did Midnight and Tahoe shows. And there's a shot with Elvis on the Tahoe stage. 1974. Yep, we have this. Elvis in concert at Selland Arena, Fresno, California at 3 p.m. And there's some great shots. I love these shots that are sort of taken by fans in sort of the first or second row. It almost gives you the feeling of like you're there watching the show. You can see he had the blue rainbow suit on. So let's feast our eyes on these. That's a professional one. Obviously, you could tell the difference between the fan photos and the professional ones. The professional one as well. Blue swirl, yes, blue swirl. I sometimes call it the rainbow suit. Great shots there. Fan shots. So that was this day in 1974, Selland Arena, Fresno, California. Never get enough of those fan photos. Right, okay. So Photoshop, yes. Don't quite know what to say about this one. I see this one a lot, and obviously the one on the left is the one that's photoshopped. Elvis's head is photoshopped onto the body of E.T.A. Lee Memphis King, and then of course on the right there is the original photo, E.T.A. Lee Memphis King. They've kind of added a bit of a light to the top right hand corner of the Elvis shot, haven't they, to try and sort of hide the fact that the head isn't looking too good on the body, the job that's been done. So that's you can send in your photoshops as well if you want, if there's any particular one you hate seeing. Now yes, Elvis at the piano. This is a new feature we've done. Oh, let's just revisit the poll for a second. And say this is the one that we're actually voting on this week. The Aloha suit, excuse me, the Aloha suit. Did we prefer it with or without the cape? Okay, I said I would put those back up to remind you. So keep voting on that for me, and I'll give you the result near the end of the show. And I'll tell you also what I would have picked. I know the last few weeks, no cape has come out on top. It's always been the no cape option. So we are going to do Elvis at the piano. And it's chosen by a caller that was on a few minutes ago, Vincenzo. Vincenzo says, I Believe is a popular song written by Irvin Drake, Irvin Abraham as Irvin Graham, and John Mendelsohn as Jimmy Sherrill, and Al Stillman in 1953. The most popular version was recorded by Italian-American singer Frankie Lane and spent 18 weeks at number 1 in the UK singles chart. I Believe has been recorded by many others and has become both a popular and religious standard. Elvis released it on his EP, Peace in the Valley. There you go. And later on, the album Elvis Christmas Album in 1957. I don't know if I... No, I didn't. No, but what I've got is there's the recording information for the day. It was recorded over 9 takes at Radio Recorders Hollywood on January the 12th, 1957, at a session that lasted from 12 noon to 7 p.m. Other songs recorded that day were Tell Me Why, Got a Lot of Living to Do, record version, and yes, All Shook Up. Yeah. I Believe was recorded at the same session as All Shook Up. Vincenzo told me it would have sounded beautiful with Elvis singing at the piano with backup vocals by J.D. Sumner and the Stamps Quartet. So there you go. That's the Elvis at the piano chosen this week by Vincenzo. And if there's a particular song that you wish Elvis had sung in concert, accompanying himself on the piano, then send your songs in now to elvistheultimatefan@gmail.com. You can also send them to me on Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Twitter, or Facebook if you follow me on any of those platforms. And it doesn't actually have to be an Elvis song. It can be another song which is sort of piano heavy, that you wished Elvis had sat down and sung. So there you are. Caption the photo. I always have to do a little bit of a dance to that jingle for some reason. I don't know what it is. Right. Speaking of which, we'll have a little bit of a dance at the end as well. I've decided I'm going to dance during the outro. Right, here we go. Yes, reminder, this is what we're doing on the poll. We are doing this with or without the cape, the Aloha jumpsuit. Did you prefer it with or without the cape? Simple as that. You have to just click on with or without the cape. So there you are. But yes, I'm going to do this again as well. Caption the photo. Just so I can have a little bit of a nod to it. Right. Yeah, I sent in this photo. I put it up on the community tab on the YouTube channel Tuesday, and I asked you to caption it, and this was the one. I'm pretty sure Colonel Tom Parker would have had a fit if he'd have seen Elvis up there. How times have changed. The star of the movie now would not even be allowed to go up 6 inches. Never mind that high. I see I've got another caller, so what we'll do is we'll just hold off on the caption this photo for a second and tell Mark Green to stand by, and I'll put myself in the call in and say, Mark, can you hear me? Hi, Mark. Okay. That's a shame. I'm definitely in there, and Mark's definitely in there. I'll come back. I think I'll come back to Mark, and we'll do the caption this photo. But I'm definitely live anyway. Right. So caption this photo was this one. And I asked you to send in your caption. And also, while you were there, read the other ones. And the one you like the most, give a thumbs up. And the one with the most thumbs up wins. Now, see if I read out yours. Do I have to do my own stunts too? Now the question is, how do I get down? Oh, come on, guys. Who took the mattress away? I was supposed to jump on it. Guys, help. I can pick between the two of you. I can't pick between the two of you, so I'm going to hang out up here for a while till things cool down. Is it a bird or is it a plane? No, it's Elvis. Life's lonely at the top. That's a good one. Elvis, come down. That's not what I meant when I said you could reach great heights in your career. No, Elvis, this is not Jailhouse Rock. There's no pole to slide down. Okay, now, before I tell you who the winner was, I've got Mark actually on the line. So let's see if I can get Mark to come through here. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
All right. You couldn't hear me through Discord, no?
No, I couldn't. No, I tried it twice, but no, I couldn't hear nothing. No, at all.
Very strange. Very strange. Vincenzo and Dylan were okay, so maybe it's another one of those Discord bugs.
Yeah, it looks like or something in the air. That's it.
Yeah. What was I going to say? So, where do you want to go first? Do you want to go to the Cape or do you want to go to the book?
The Cape, I loved Elvis with the Cape, so I've got a few myself. I think Elvis enjoyed wearing the capes as well in his shows. So I am for the Cape. Yeah.
You would have voted for the Cape.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm just putting those pictures back up again so as we can have a look at them. So I mean, it's a very, very impressive cape. And when he turned round and spread his arms at the end of the rehearsal, it was great. Yeah. You can understand why. Obviously, he didn't want to wear that because it's so heavy all the way through the show. Anyway, you know. Yeah.
I know he had lighter capes than that, you know, in the 72ish, you know, and stuff, you know. So I think he enjoyed it. You know, he looked like a superhero in it, didn't he? So
yeah, and you know, I always cringe when I see him throwing it into the crowd in the Aloha show because I'm thinking, you know, if that hits somebody, that's gonna, that's gonna do damage, like, you know. But I think a fella caught it, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he kept it for quite a few years, didn't he? And sold it back.
That's correct. Or was it when he died? His family sold it back to Graceland, something like that.
Yeah. I think it's actually on show, isn't it? In the London exhibition, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only thing that was not on that. Wasn't right on that suit was the belt. It wasn't the actual belt.
It did look a bit suspicious, all right. Yeah. When I look at the photographs, there's a difference in the colour.
Yeah, it's a B&K belt. It's a belt that I've got. It's the same belt that I've got for my Aloha suit. So I could tell straight away that it weren't the genuine belt. So I don't. They must have the genuine belt, but he threw the belt as well, didn't they?
Yeah. He did he give that away in the Aloha show? In the rehearsal show.
Yeah.
After American Trilogy. Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I don't know if that ever got back, but I'm sure he probably had a couple of belts, you know, anyway, because obviously he wore that suit again in '73, didn't he? In some shows in Vegas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah.
Do you want to talk about the book that's in the works from Priscilla?
Yeah, I'm not for it at all. No, I think she's told a story time and time again. I know she'll be talking about the death of her daughter, which, you know, is sad, and don't really want to know much about Michael Jackson, to be honest with I think we all know what we know, really.
Yeah.
I think it's been a bit of a farce marriage anyway, and you know, she kind of opened up on that interview she did with Piers Morgan, Did you see that? She did.
I saw some of it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering why she's held off telling some of these. What she says, never before shared intimate stories about her romantic life with Elvis.
Well,
Why is she held off till now?
yeah, well, she mentioned a couple of things that she said I've never said this before when she got interviews, and she said out a few things. I can't remember exactly what she said about this, and I don't know. I'm just surprised because the film was awful. I haven't seen the film, but I've got that many friends who saw it. I'm just absolutely hate it. Why they did it, and the actual film itself and the acting and Elvis and everything else, but it didn't really show Elvis in a really good light, and I don't know why she did that straight after the Baz film.
Yeah. Well, my wife said that she thought it showed Elvis in a very poor light, made him look bad.
It's shocking, and you don't want that straight after a fantastic film that just got Elvis back up there, again at the top. All the younger generation are getting involved, and we've got all the spin-offs, from now, the Bass stuff, all the Elvis stuff that's going to come out, and the concert, and all that.
I mean, we already knew that was going to happen, but Baz sort of confirming it again this week is another, shot in the arm for us, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic, yeah, because I'm a member of the Elvis on Tour, the site, to get the footage out. So I've been myself for years saying, I've got bootleg stuff of all the old stuff, and some of the stuff's great, but it's not in great, it's not great picture quality, but there's some great little bits in it. And there's so much, I just hope that we do get like we did with the Beatles, get back, because we could have so much stuff, and it's not just so much the concert stuff, is it? You got all the rehearsal stuff, you got all Elvis backstage, Elvis getting into the car. Meeting people.
Now the only drawback is if they do what they did with the Beatles, it'll only be on our television screens, and I would love to see some of this new stuff on the big screen.
I'd love a great. We'd all love a whole concert. Why can't we just get a whole concert? From start to finish.
Yeah.
What they've got. If it's going to be a 3-hour, 4-hour film, let's get some. Let's get some backstage stuff, some interviews we haven't seen. Let's see him jamming, and with the stamps and all the gospel stuff. Rehearsal stuff, and then we're arriving at the arenas, and then we have the same as with Elvis. That's the way it is as well. And then we just end up with maybe a full show from 70 and a full show from 72.
I wonder which show they'd pick for 1972.
A lot of them. A lot of them say the one where he's wearing the red suit.
Oh yeah,
he's a really, really good show, and I think they've got most of all of that by one song. I think. Yeah. And I think Hampton Roads again. They've got all of that more or less, and I think the other ones have got quite a bit of. So it'd be hard to pick because I think they've all kind of got the same set lists in the shows as well.
Right.
Because he did kind of do the same kind of thing. You might. I think the only set list I think was when he did Release Me in the blue suit.
Yeah.
He did Release Me, and I think that was the only one that he put in a little bit different. But it'd be great to see him, wouldn't it? And it's in all his glory, and it's 50 years too late, isn't it? Really, but
maybe what they'll do, it certainly is. Maybe what they'll do is that they'll do a theatrical release, and then they'll do a streaming release as well. That would be the perfect scenario.
Well, I'm sure Baz will know it's going to make money, isn't it? And I'm sure the streaming release would get released on Blu-ray, and again, will they see with this kind of stuff? To release it on Blu-ray afterwards, or special edition box set, and hold some stuff back that they haven't seen or shown, and then they can put that on the disc as well as an added incentive for you to buy it, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you going to go and see the hologram show when it comes out?
I'd like to. Yeah, I haven't pre-booked anything yet. I'm just waiting to see where it is, and I plan to go. Whether I go when it first comes out, I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be on for a while. Then.
Yeah, I mean, if it's as big a success as the direct from Graceland one is, which I'm sure it will be,
we'll have
yeah.
plenty of time to go and see it. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be on for months. Yeah,
Yeah.
months on end. Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, it'd be great to see. Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay, Steve.
All the best.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks to Mark for calling in and bearing with me. There was obviously some sort of technical issue his end with Discord, so thanks for persevering. I just saw Steve Barilli's name there. Hi, Steve. How you doing? Nice to see you on here. Me and Steve had a chat on this channel a few months back because of his involvement with Follow That Dream and so forth. So nice to see you, Steve. Hi. Right, yeah, we were doing the caption, the photograph, weren't we? And when I broke off to speak to Mark, and it was this one. And the winner was... And he got 15 likes, 15 thumbs up, and it's a very clever one, actually. Jace Agnew says, I should say this in a very dramatic voice, shouldn't I, actually? Elvis has climbed the building. Yes, yeah, I should try and do the Aldvorn. Elvis has climbed the building. Thank you and good night. So with that one, that's the winner. We, of course, give Jace a round of applause. And I will upload another photograph for you to caption this Tuesday on the community channel tab, on this YouTube channel, on the community tab, and you can leave your funny caption. Right. As I say, I want to remind you of the... poll that we're running, and it's very, very simple. It's just I know why that's like that. I've got to get rid of this, haven't I? It's either cape or no cape for the Aloha. Which would you prefer, cape or no cape? And I see there's still votes coming in, so I'll leave that to run for another few minutes. I wish a song I wish Elvis had recorded. All right. And this was suggested by Lucy Detente. Hi, Lucy. And Lucy says, I just heard the French singer Nicoletta celebrating her 60-year career talking about Ray Charles, who sang one of her songs, The Sun Died, in English. As Elvis recorded some Ray Charles songs, I'm wondering what would be Elvis's way to sing this one. A song in the same style as I've Lost You or It's Midnight. I'm sure Elvis would have made a gorgeous version of it. I'm wondering if Elvis had ever thought about recording it. The Sun Died, written by Ray Charles, Anne Gregory, Hubert Garand, and Paris Danilo. It appears on Ray's studio album. Yeah, and I have it here. Ray's studio album called A Portrait of Ray, which was released in March 1968. I'll leave a link below this video after this live show, and you can have a listen to that, The Sun Died, and let me know what you think, whether Elvis would have made a good stab, if he'd had a good stab at recording that, or if you think no, it wouldn't have suited him and maybe best suited to Ray. So let me know on that. I'd be interested to hear. Now, this is an underrated Elvis song, and this was suggested by McKenna Piccone, and I hope I'm saying your surname right. I'm not sure whether it's Piccone or Piccone, but we'll go with Piccone. Written by Ben Weissman and Clive Westlake, recorded on Thursday, June the 4th at RCA Studio B in Nashville. And it's 20 days and 20 nights. And it was the first day of the recording session that would become known as the Nashville Marathon, because it produced such a high number of top quality masters in such a short 6-day time span. Apart from a warm-up jam and a quick rendition of Mystery Train Tigerman medley, 20 Days and 20 Nights can be classed as Elvis's first studio recording of the 1970s.
Elvis and the band nailed the song in just 9 takes, and only 3 of those were complete. Felton Jarvis and his engineer Al Pachuki oversaw backing vocal overdubs at RCA Studio A on June 22nd and brass string overdubs again at Studio A on June 30th, 1970. It was first released on That's the Way It Is album on November the 11th, 1970, track 2, side 1. And that's the song, 20 Days, 20 Nights, that McKenna says is underrated, and I must admit, I agree with him. Definitely, 100%. And there's a great sequence of Elvis rehearsing this in July of 1970 in Culver City, and him and then there's Charlie doing sort of like the harmony and backing vocals with it. Great. Thanks, McKenna, for sending that in. And if you want to send in anything to me such as that, please do. So things like underrated songs, photoshops, smoking hot photos, songs you wish Elvis had recorded live. The new one, I haven't got it up there at the moment, but it's Elvis at the piano. Funny caption photos, suggest a topic for discussion. You can email them in to me at Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel, or you can send them in the other way, like, Messenger, Instagram, Twitter, all those other ways you can get in touch with me. And also, I'll just show you a little link here, Discord, link in description box below. Please join our Discord server and join in all the fun. We have Elvis chat, and we have Elvis photo of the day, where people send in their favorite Elvis photos and people leave a little heart, and the one with the most hearts gets is the winner that day. And then there's a monthly winner as well. So yeah, and also, yes, please do, if you're new, subscribe to the channel, and also click the bell and turn it black and select all as the preference, and then you'll be notified every time I go live or do a video. Now, I think what I'll do is I will do the smoking hot picture, but we'll close the poll first, I believe. And where is it? Oh, there it is. Yes, here it is. We have a different result this week. We have Aloha jumpsuit, do you prefer it with or without the cape? And 55% of you with the cape, and only 44 without the cape. Okay, it doesn't quite add up to 100%. Sometimes that happens. So normally it's without the cape, but with it being the Aloha one, it's changed everyone's opinion. And they would prefer it with the cape. And I would have voted with the 55% as well. I would have gone with the cape. With the cape. Before we do Smoking Hot, I want to tell you who was the winner of last month's Fan of the Month quiz. And it is, yes, that man, there's no stopping him, Dylan Bowen. Dylan, I'm going to have to do something with you because we still haven't sorted out last month's prize, I don't think. So we'll have to get our heads together and sort out a prize for you. Now, Smoking Hot. Yes. Smoking Hot photo of the week. Is this one? Yes. Wow, just look at that. It's obviously it's a photograph from Stay Away Joe, and some people said that they thought the tan was overdone on Stay Away Joe, but I actually like it. I actually like the tan. I think he looked really, really good in Stay Away Joe, and just look at those eyes. Absolutely fantastic. So I always say, not just for the women, but for the men as well. Although I can only hear ladies screaming on this. Okay, ladies. So that was this week's smoking hot photo. And let's see. Chris, oh God, he is so gorgeous. Oh my God, what a pic. The man is so beautiful. Yes, he was beautiful. We wouldn't let him stay away, Steve. I like it. Elvis Last just, hi, Michelle, just gives me 2 big balls of fire. The eyes look beautiful. Yes. Yeah, they're really visible on that photograph. So, and as I say, if there's any smoking hot photos that you want me to send in and feature, please do. Now, I promised you a little bit of a dance on the way out, didn't I? I think we might just do that now. Although I might have to just do something with Elvis just to move him across a little bit. How's that? Sorry, Elvis, I didn't really want to move you across. So thanks to everybody that took part, everybody that phoned in. Great callers again tonight. Thanks to everybody that took part in the quiz. Thanks to Dave and Chris for moderating as always. I couldn't do it without you guys. I really couldn't. This is the sort of dancing music we can go to. We can do the hand jive. So we're going to do it all again next week. So I hope you can join me. And don't forget that sort of caption photo on Tuesday. I hope you're all up and dancing now. So I can just picture you all now dancing along to this. These hours always go by so very quick on a Sunday, don't they? Take it away, Al.
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.